Yeah, ready for a nice flashback.
It is. This is history here.
Yeah, it sure is. 15 years.
15, a long time.
Yeah.
I already watched some of these. Wait until you see how
Old
young
you
we
look?
look. Yeah, no, we look old here, but on here we look like super, super young. A lot of things have changed since then.
I haven't watched these since they aired.
This is episode 4, Size Matters. Ready?
I'm ready. And size does matter.
Remember this right here? We're gonna see that every episode.
Now you can walk on them.
Wicked Tuna.
How you gonna f*** us?
He's used to being the #1 boat.
There's only room for one #1 in this group.
I want to be on top.
It was like someone... Seems like I'm always pulling my pants up.
I know he's a little jealous right now.
Remember, we only had a few boats on the show here. I want the biggest one in the fleet this year.
Holy.
Look at the size of those marks, huh? Remember that back then, how many big fish were around?
All right, I'll play this game all night.
That's huge.
This is a monster.
The biggest one ever.
Oh my God.
Fishing is a hard life.
There's gonna be a conference.
Boy, Dave's come a long way, huh?
Yeah.
In Gloucester, Massachusetts, there's a special breed of fishermen.
Look how young everybody looks though. I mean, that's the first thing that I've noticed. We were kids basically.
Fish for their survival. The competition is brutal.
Sandro, Joe, I mean, they were teenagers.
Yeah, they were young.
And the
Talk
show,
about a learning flashback.
Great to make all the money, but with that, nobody likes a winner.
What we've learned over the years.
Money doesn't fall out of the sky, it comes out of the sea.
and from this, what we're watching here, season 1, and the future episodes, look how much it's changed.
Totally.
But this was good. I mean, for the first year,
We learned a lot.
Yeah.
We learned a lot how to do things and
yeah, we never were
what
on TV
not
before.
to do.
Yeah.
Right.
Having a camera in your face 24 hours a day for the most part.
Come on, we got the fish here.
Still there.
Keep it on.
2 of them right
No, I
now.
like it. To get some frenzied up. Hey, you know what you're seeing right now on the tuna.com? 3 good fishermen at the top of their game, catching fish.
Remember we started filming the show late season? September,
Yeah,
October?
September.
Yeah,
It was
late.
September when we started.
And we didn't catch a lot of fish early. Remember how slow it
No.
was?
Always in the back of that boat, working nonstop.
And we were
We're
chumming.
chumming. We don't chum anymore.
No, we can't.
I haven't cut a piece of bait in 10 years. Those were the good old days, right?
But it was
there,
fun.
though.
This was fun.
Sure
Remember we would
was.
hand feed a lot of fish in the back? That's what we're trying to do here. We don't do that anymore.
That's on the muscles, huh?
I think so.
All right, Charlie.
But even the first year we were at George's Bank, remember?
Time to jump on and go for a ride.
We were allowed multiple fish a day. It was like 3 a day, maybe 5 a day. I can't even remember.
There
It
was
so
a
long ago.
time where we could get 5 tuna a day.
You and I caught a lot of tuna, multiple tuna in one day.
Do a voodoo, do something good.
And look at Billy, how young he looks here.
Oh, now you're talking. I'm telling you, they're coming.
Billy's still going to this day.
He really is.
He
He's
fishes
doing
hard.
well. I don't see Kevin around much anymore.
No, he's got his electrical business. He's
Yeah.
doing well with that. They got the boat, they're harpooning when they
He
do
was
go.
he fished pretty hard
Out rod and sneak down the lake. I caught my first giant.
when it was what he wanted to do. He liked harpooning. He didn't
Mm-hmm.
like this as much.
Well, you remember what happened with Kevin? He was only here for the season.
Yeah.
Remember, he didn't fish.
He didn't want
fish
to
like-
do this.
No.
He wanted to harpoon. That was where he shined.
Cabin anchored way too close. We steam out of Gloucester Harbor, we're fishing, an hour goes by, and we look out the window and see this boat steaming.
You hated that boat, huh?
Oh, that was so,
I loved it.
it's a beautiful boat.
It
But you remember
really
how much it
was.
would rock? It was just, it took the life out of you. But it was better. Remember when we fished on the JC?
I was hoping
boat?
I was hoping you had it when I was ready to get a boat.
The boat would ride fine when we were moving, but when we pull it out of gear, when we were on the drift or on the anchor, remember how bad it was?
It slid. It was a slider.
He's setting up right there. I don't understand that. If he hooks up, he's going to say, Dave, you got to get off your anchor, and we're going to miss the bite.
Dave's got this thing. If anybody anchors within a mile of the .com, he comes unglued. Unglued. So I said, you know what? I'm going to torture him a little bit today. Shut my radio off, and I anchored right on top of him.
The drama, huh?
It was different back then, though.
It still
on
happens.
your behalf. when we were chumming, you needed that long area. Today, you just put a bait out and go hang out. It was different back then.
Pretty close to my anchor right off the port. You copy?
That's why you were number
Cutthroat.
one.
Because he anchored up so close to us.
Look how
he
young you
hooks
look
up,
here, dude.
It makes us get off the anchor.
Look at Sandro, he's a little baby.
I know.
He's got peach fuzz. Now look at him. Sandro's 39 now. 39.
Yeah. Like, this is what's good about watching
Yeah, it's
these
fun.
old episodes. How much we've pretty much evolved and changed and learned so much.
Dude, we fished this boat for
Gonna catch one.
whatever 5 or 6 years, and now new boats. You have your new boat.
You got that boat in
Chatham.
Chatham. I remember we were switching boats.
Yeah, remember when I bought this? I
And it
still
was
had the other boat.
soaking wet,
Yep.
remember?
They just came in, parked next to us. Remember when we were taking stuff? They were
Off
taking
the
stuff
boat.
off their boat, which was now my boat.
Yeah.
And we just started throwing stuff on. And then what did we do an hour later? We went fishing.
We went fishing and learned the windows were
Yeah, the window had the big hole in it.
Leak.
Remember we were taking buckets
sleeping
of water?
bags, putting them up on the dashboard.
Everything was soaked.
That would have been great
look
to
up.
get that on camera.
Look how bad it's rocking, and it's not even rough. Look at the size of these fish.
Long, dude. Holy.
Sandro's talking there. We're marking fish.
Is it really?
He said something.
He talked, yeah.
Oh, Dave.
We gotta mark fish to get him to talk, though.
I'm gonna get him here.
Look how close we all are. Everybody's on top of us.
Oh my God, he's right under the boat. Yeah, big fish though, real big.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on,
How
come
far
on,
up?
come on.
There's Scott. Remember
You know
Scott?
what?
Scott's gone. You
You
don't
know
see
what's
Scott
a
anymore.
lot different? You look at our color machines, there's no bait on the machine. It didn't matter
No?
because we were
We're
chumming.
chumming.
50 feet.
We were the bait.
Here he comes.
Back in the day, we used to chum. Nowadays, we go out looking for bait.
And there's bait everywhere now. It's crazy.
Everywhere you go.
But the chumming was fun. But if we threw chum now, we were talking about it the other day, sharks.
That's a big one.
Come on, baby, you're all mine.
Look at it. We all have new electronics now, big screens, right? Compared to back here. That's still one of the best machines out there, right there.
Sure is.
I know he's big.
Have you seen Kevin? I don't see him much anymore.
I seen him at the beginning of the spring getting his boat ready, but that's it. Who gets the bite?
Where is it? There it goes. Not us.
Oh, it's Kevin.
Look at the chaos.
Real tight, real tight. Easy, Kev, easy. Come on, stay with him.
Remember this
I
season?
see him, Scotty, right?
Yeah.
Take it easy, take it easy.
Yeah, Scotty, he fishes a little bit. A little bit.
And we hooked up.
Remember this season how many big fish were caught? It was late, but we got them still.
Yeah, there were a lot of 900-pounders around then.
Pull it away from us. Easy, easy.
He took off, he kept going.
Forward, forward.
And this is the season 1, where I know we didn't see it yet, but there's 1,000-pounders caught. And this is
Yeah.
the only season there was 1,000-pounders caught.
There was
out
a
of the
lot
13.
of them there, too.
No, hold on. Can't see him long enough. Yeah, he's
I remember down in the Carolinas, we had one that was close to 1,000 pounds.
Was this October?
This
Or
is
November.
September, October.
Yeah.
I don't exactly know when this episode was.
We get him up 50 feet.
But remember in the beginning, we did not catch a lot of fish. Nobody did. It
September,
was
yeah.
slow.
I don't think so. Hold on.
That's why we ran to George's Bank. Remember that? But then they came inside.
17-hour ride.
Oh, God.
So we're slowly gaining on him. And you're looking down in the water, and I'm like, geez, this is a big fish.
Coming around. Stop. Under the boat, under the boat. Don't leave it in neutral. Swivel's coming. Under the boat.
They did a good job, though. They did a really
Yeah,
good
they-
job.
This is a tough job for the cameraman. I mean, this is a calm day, but remember how when it was rough sometimes, the cameraman getting thrown around?
A lot of people don't realize how hard it really is for them. As they're puking over the side, getting the shot.
Some did.
Yeah,
Some did. Some of them were fine. But even when they were sick, they still worked.
they did.
This is a monster.
Oh my God.
That's a perfect time for a commercial.
Dude, if I remember correct, this is like a 1,000-pound fish right here. And this killed me. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
It killed all of us.
You didn't sleep.
It took the wind out of my sails.
It's not his first rodeo. He had been hooked before.
Just took back everything I grabbed.
Sheer power right there. Remember having some of these epic battles? Some 12-hour battles, you and I?
Yeah, we had 10-hour battles.
Quite a few.
Yeah.
Got him. Come on. Get the
Look at the size of that
Oh,
thing.
he missed it.
No, they got
They
him
got
here.
it. Nice fish.
Look, we're all watching. Every one of us is jealous right now. Look at the size of that tail.
Look at him burning up.
That is a beast, my boy.
big he
Oh
is.
my God.
All right.
That was a good harpoon shot too, right?
Yeah,
Right in the peck
big
fin there.
Canadian fish.
That is going to be all in 900 pounds. That's my granddad right there.
This here was wicked tuna history.
Still is to this day, right?
Yep, well, no, we got one bigger.
We slid him in.
It wasn't much bigger. Look at the size of that thing. Remember when all these slobs are rolling through?
And we were all in awe. I said, this is the biggest one I've ever caught.
Look how long it is. Look, the
peck
tail's
fin's
still
over.
out.
If anybody was to catch that, it's a trophy. I'm going to call it a 11.
Yeah, that's such a trophy right there.
You know Kevin's gonna rub it in here. We don't even have to watch any further. You know that's coming.
Yeah, but if we had caught that, we'd
be
rub
do-
it in till
we'd
the
be
end
doing-
of time.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
And some. The cameraman would need more tape.
Right.
Here it is.
There? Hey, where you guys at? Come in. They're not answering.
It was a big boy. It was jumbo. And we couldn't time it just right. Hey, good going. Big one?
Oh, yeah. Here's a beast. 1,000 pounds at least.
Awesome.
Kevin knows
We're the
it.
only ones not smiling.
Pretty big mark, too. You know.
Everyone else is congratulations. Yeah, we're like, whatever.
Look at me.
Get ready to leave. And stop the touch and chum.
I feel like we just lost the Super Bowl in
I-
overtime.
You guys there?
Good going, Kevin.
This is where we go on a mission.
They still ain't gonna answer. I give up.
Kevin, that guy in the Christina. Yeah, that guy. You know, we heard he had an 1,100-pound fish. On the one hand, it's
Look
like...
at that, it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, that's a bigger fish than we've caught in this season. We're still in the game. We know how to catch 1,200.
We may want it more, but everybody's still just a little bit jealous right here.
Absolutely.
Rightfully so. That's a prize right there.
Yeah.
Kevin?
Here it comes.
How was it? How big was he?
He's in the boat, like 118 inches.
Nice.
100 pounds.
That's a nice 118 inches. That's
a big fish, dude.
a big fish there.
That's as long as the stern, dude.
118 inches is a big fish.
Yeah. 10 feet long. We were trying to figure, Sandro out still.
Good for him.
He was beside himself.
You're right. You know me better than I do sometimes.
I was pissed too.
Yeah.
You know? I just have a different way of showing it.
That is the biggest fish that we've seen all year. That's huge.
Remember, this lit the fire right here. This lit the fire.
We knew this was a slammer. He made a turn, came by the
Look
boat.
how round that thing is, huh?
So beautiful, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's something that
We've fished our whole lives to catch a fish of that.
100% right.
I mean, that comes along once every few years, maybe now.
That's what we're chasing right
Yeah.
there. Every single boat out there.
Right, that's why catch is great.
And most fishermen, like you said, would take a 1,000-pounder with poor quality as opposed to a 500-pounder with good quality.
All day
just to
long.
have the bragging rights.
All day long.
Money makes a difference, but people want the bragging rights just as much, if not more.
It
than
lasts
making a dollar.
longer. Money doesn't last very long.
Yeah, the bragging. That's a good point. The bragging rights, you can
Lasts
have that
forever.
He's going to have that forever.
Yeah.
Look at the girth on that thing.
It's a 1,000-pound fish. Biggest fish I've seen all year.
Big fish, little hook. I told these guys earlier in the day, elephants eat peanuts.
Elephants eat peanuts. It doesn't even fit in there. Look at that. They got to put it in diagonally.
Wow.
Kevin, congratulations. That's the biggest fish of the year, dress weight here at Compass Seafood. Great job.
I mean, I haven't seen this in a long time, but this is where we're on a quest right now.
Word will travel real quick about this fish being landed tonight throughout town and to get everyone hot and hungry again to go back out and try to catch one of these giants.
Look at Ricky.
Yeah, he looks really good there. God bless him.
We're just going to spend the night here. It's such a perfect night. Winds are 5 knots, so I'm ready to run it for the night. We'll fish a couple more hours anyway and wrap it up and wait for sunup. That's the game plan.
Now Dave is obsessed with beating Kevin. It was like someone flicked a switch. He turned into this crazed robot.
You said it right there.
Yeah. He was like, I don't even want an 800-pounder.
We're long overdue. It's,
He cut the 800-pounder off.
You could not have said it any better right there.
that's it.
That's great. And we're still driving to catch one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of them around.
No. Not this year. It's really slow. This is the worst season I've ever seen this year.
Kevin, his fish was 1,075 pounds. That's a big ass fish. That's all I could say about that.
Dave wants to get a bigger fish than Kevin. He couldn't even sleep. And then when we get up, he was exhausted because he stayed awake all that night.
Remember the rest of the season? That's all we wanted to do. I don't care if we
It didn't matter
catch
how many
10
or what.
500-pounders or one.
You just wanted a bigger one than
you know.
him. Because he's used to being the #1 boat. And now Kevin got this 1,050-pounder, and it just made him twitch. You were out of your mind. Which
Slightly.
was, it drove you
Yeah, it did.
to proceed in kicking his ass.
Everybody's giving me
Together.
I want the
Yeah.
biggest one in the fleet this year. And we're going to get him.
That was cool to see him amped up like that. That's what you want. You want the guy that's running the boat to be amped up like that. You want to give him a kick of the ass.
I want to be on top. And we're going to get him.
Listen, is the store even is he still there now? I think that store is still here, right? Pretty
Where
sure.
is that store?
That's in Beverly, right by the bridge. Yeah, nice guy. It's still there.
We need to go right back out there now after landing and keep catching those fish, and that's how I get ahead of the game.
Are you got a charter this weekend, Dave? Or?
Yeah, the last one coming
How
up.
much tackle we go through, huh?
Take the,
Yeah, there he is.
well,
Yeah.
it's like a kid in a candy store here, right? I keep wandering around. My wife hates it when I go here. You know, I finally get desperate. I finally agree to do a few charters.
I get desperate.
You guys want to go fishing? Put some money in my hand. I'll take you out fishing for the day. Okay.
We'll worry about the tab later, and we'll just take care of this then?
Yeah, all right.
18 once, twice, 11, 19, 9, 10 once, 10 twice.
Where'd he get the money for that? Poor guy.
Poor Dave.
My wife stops in. I only spent 17.
I think, Shannon, you want to pay?
He never stopped.
No.
He always kept moving forward.
It's $487.50.
Remember, this is season 1. Season 1, Dave did pretty well here. We haven't watched all the episodes, but I do recall he caught quite a few fish this season here.
I got it all, huh?
I got nothing.
Thanks, buddy.
I got receipt. I thought tuna fishing was
He was still breaking in Jay, too, you know?
Yeah. And the hard merch is still going to this day.
It actually looked kind of good. Just see the roof? No green slime or anything. No algae growing on it.
I know he's a little jealous right now.
A little jealous? That's an understatement.
Yeah.
There's not a day in my life with Dave that we don't compete one way or another. Size matters.
That's so true, Kevin. So true.
You got to do it to catch a tuna.
Remember, we were talking about it the other day, but if we threw bait now, it's $100 a box compared to what are we paying,
Right.
$10, $15?
Yeah, you couldn't afford it.
No.
No.
You could put it out, but it's going to cut into your profits.
could get lucky.
But we can't even do it anyway, so it kind of works
Sharks
out.
will eat the bottom of your boat.
And look at all the birds. Remember we had to battle the birds all the time?
We used the chum pot.
You remember that? Yep.
Yeah,
That chum pot worked.
sure did.
While everybody's feeding the birds, we're feeding the fish. Remember that?
Yeah.
That thing had to be fat as it was as long.
Barely fit through the door.
Really? It's going to be a few years before you beat that one. That was your first grander plus in 27 years. Sandro, his first fish was 1,100. All right, well, I'm going to go back to work. I was just saying to Kevin, it took him 27 years to catch his first 1,000-pounder. Sandro comes out with me on one of his first maiden voyages on this boat. And his first giant tuna was 1,100 pounds. So
Sando must have freaked. That's why he's hooked.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's why he's like a robot.
1,100 pounds the first day. Yeah, man, I want a bigger one now than I have all year because Kevin got one.
Yeah, Sandro's very first fish was 1,100 pounds.
Yeah, that's why he's so tuna crazy.
He thought everyone was going to be like that.
I mean, that's the bottom line. If you're catching fish and the other guy...
And now look at Sandro now. A pilot.
Dave is absolutely sour.
Beside himself.
About not having a bigger fish.
The best movie ever made.
Yeah, it is. I mean, this is fun. We make some money, but he needs something. I've been telling him for years, you can't do this for a living.
Not
exclusively.
anymore,
You
you
need
can't.
something else. And finally, he stepped up and bit the bullet. I can't believe he's going to be a pilot now. That's pretty cool.
Sure is smart enough, but he has to be able to talk.
He will.
He's very quiet. Can you hear him mumbling to the passengers?
No, he'll
we're
come
gonna be
around.
landing here in a couple of minutes. Everyone will be looking at him going, what the hell did he say? Yeah, this is your pilot talking. We're going to be landing here. Boston's on your right.
I mean, I did have this talk with him about that. You got to be more. You're going to have to be more energetic.
A little bit.
He'll do fine.
Yep.
And as we sit here and watch this, tomorrow, Thursday, he's doing his first solo flight. He's going to fly his first flight alone. So he's come a long way in a short time already.
Sure has.
So he said he couldn't be more excited.
It's going to hurt him a lot more than it's going to hurt me.
What a hack!
Yeah.
But it worked.
Yeah.
It worked.
Fish here, any rod could go any minute. There he is. We're on!
Look at the line on there.
We definitely got a tuna fish on the line here.
You know, he did good with fighting him on the side.
Yeah, that's tough.
It is, but he mastered
It's only
it.
180 degrees. You got to worry about running on the boat towards the bow, towards the stern. And he did that because of the open back. Oh, boy.
Little
Look at that
guy,
little
right?
guy. You know what all the viewers are saying right now? Poor Dave.
Yeah, but it's nice that we caught those. We don't catch those that often now.
Do a quick release job here. There he is. So that's it.
That was a puppy right there.
I like it how he releases them.
It would be illegal for me
unharmed. Dave's really good for conservation.
The inches or greater. That fish there falls into the small, medium bluefin tuna category.
You know, it's a disappointment, no meat for the boat, but
Look at Jay. Look how young he is there. And Joe, where was Joe now? Why isn't he on the boat now? He was still at school, right?
Yeah.
Pissing money away.
You got to think back to, I mean, this was a while ago. Think back to where everybody was.
Well, this is 15 years ago. Because we started in
It's actually 16 years ago.
2011?
Because we filmed, think about it, 16 years ago, because we filmed season 4, but it came out 15 years ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look at little baby face. And now he's running the hard merchandise.
Well, not at the moment. He blew the engine up.
Yeah, they did.
Good morning. Yo. Yeah, let's get out of here quick. We catch a couple fish, hopefully, and yeah, we gotta beat Kevin. Need the biggest fish. You ready? Let's get it done. Come on. One big jumbo today. Yeah, right? 1,038, whatever it is. 1,038.
Poor Sando's got no expression.
Kevin, back the up. Here we come.
It doesn't happen right away.
who wants a nice gourmet breakfast?
I'm pretty sure we beat him.
Look at the boat with all the rust.
The season wasn't going well. I had to do something, so I had an opportunity to grab this charter.
Remember, nice and slow so you don't rip it out of his mouth.
The whole idea of a charter is these guys are hiring me for the opportunity to come out and catch a few fish.
Dave's doing what he has to do to make a buck.
Call me a slut, but they offered me money for me to take them out fishing. I'll do what I gotta do. Yeah, you can whip a few flounders up there, though. White side up. Yeah. We'll do these flounders first, and then I'll do the cod. You know, it's nice to have the charter. It's guaranteed income.
Where do you get all the flounders? See that? Those are nice flounder.
Yeah.
Because that pulls me away from the tuna game right during prime time. You know, guys are looking to catch some good eating fish for supper. You know, we have these beautiful cod and haddock.
I would not be doing a charter right now. We're on a mission.
And make these guys happy.
What we got here, we got some nice big clams. You gotta make sure your bait's got
We didn't know any better to buy the bellies. Mm-hmm. A lot cheaper.
like to suck on that. The more nastier it is, the faster it's gonna work and the faster you're gonna hook that little fish.
I desperately need this trip.
He desperately needs that trip. We desperately need a grander.
Bait was free, I guess. Right?
There'll be a bite here in the next
It was cheap anyway.
Think so, Paul?
I hope so. I hope it's this afternoon will determine.
Come on, we got to get Saunders got to say something on this trip.
The last few days have really been bad luck. It happens.
I would love an 800 pounder.
There's always that chance. We've done really good here this year.
We're gonna stay until dark. I don't care how hard it blows, especially with Kevin getting that fish. It's imperative we come home with something.
That's a big, big bastard right there.
Getting a little burned out to say the least.
Yeah.
Man, I'd love
Whoa, it was slow now, right? Didn't it just like shut
It
off?
slowed down a little bit,
a
yeah.
lot of fish here this year. But it's not happening right now. We'll blame it on Sandra.
We were going to George's before Kevin caught that.
Yep. And then we moved inside.
Then we moved in, yeah.
Look at that. You can't
even hold it.
Sandra was smiling there.
You got one?
You got one? Frank, it's up on
Sandra's
it.
got one. You got him. Don't let him slack out.
Frank, that's tuna coming back.
Yeah, that's tuna.
That's what it's all about.
Keep him tight.
A smack in the head.
Come on! Always want to stay ahead of the competition, just by one.
Remember we let him fight that fish all by himself for a
On
couple
George's
hours?
bank. Yeah. We went inside, had a sandwich.
For a couple hours.
And he was yelling at us, come on!
Get out
We're like, you were like, ah,
screw you.
You're gonna do fine.
Yeah.
Poor kid. That was one of his first trips.
Oh, as a little guy.
Hey, looks small, maybe a small tuna. Small tuna or blue dog.
700 pounder did the same thing.
Is that what we got, a little guy?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, look how small.
Yeah. That's our future right there.
You want it on? There it is.
That small tuna is gonna spawn millions of times. It's just like a streak of bad luck. That it happens.
Yeah, we've tagged over 60 fish in the last few years. 60, 65.
Ah, not a rat. God.
Yeah, those were heavy-duty spawners too.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's amazing. Some of those fish wound up in the Mediterranean, Mid-Atlantic Ridge, Gulf of Mexico. I just had a tag wash up on a beach in Bermuda.
Oh, you're kidding?
Yeah. And we got the data back on that. It has a little SD card in the eggshell.
Yeah.
It's amazing where the fish was. He basically went all over the place. St. Lawrence
that fish
River.
is nice and healthy there.
Up in Canada.
When you let it go.
Went to the Mediterranean.
Real small. They got to be 73 inches. Those are the regs. We follow them, so does everybody else. Pretty
I remember the camera guy was Jordan.
Is that who it was?
Remember him?
Yeah.
He kept asking me and asking me, why'd you let that go? Why'd you let that go?
And here you go.
The fishery alive. You don't want to kill every little fish. You gotta give back to the sea, you know? It's good karma, too. God damn it!
Definitely a lot of fish.
Pretty comical.
Jordan was a good sport.
Yeah. Jordan worked hard. He was one of the. He was
did.
one of the more dedicated cameramen that we've had on the
Sure
.com.
was. I remember that scene.
Remember the whales jumping in the
Yeah.
beginning of every episode? That Jordan got that. That was at George's Bank when we were coming in.
Yeah. That's a great clip. God damn it.
Mm-hmm. Billy's still fishing quite a bit. He doesn't fish every day. He's kind of like not retired, but he's kind of pulled it back a little bit.
He won't take charters because it's too much for him, you know?
He had the heart condition a couple years ago.
Yeah. He's doing well.
That was a scare.
Bent over.
He's doing all right now.
What the hell is wrong with you?
I think he had surgery. Didn't he have
They
surgery?
were a great duo, though, right?
Yeah. Didn't Billy have open heart surgery?
He did. He did. He had a bypass.
You're a lion sack of
Plug it away. I don't know.
Again,
He's doing well, though.
point where this is not a good habit to be in. Glad that Christina got a fish, but doesn't do me any good. I'm sure the mood on the Christina is all.
Donna works hard, too.
Yeah.
Still, to this
She's
day.
retired. Billy's retired too. But they're still fishing. Kevin's on his high horse now. Rightfully so.
The whole time.
Mm-hmm. We got to take him off the pedestal. And you know what happens.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember?
Yep.
And I know what they're biting on. I think the best part of the whole thing is knowing that it's killing Dave.
Look at the boat rocking.
Oh, Kevin busted balls all the time.
It's all right. The more he does that, the more we get to drive.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can get something here.
Kevin, we're coming for you. We're gonna kick your so watch the out.
Day's not over. Day's not over.
We still haven't had a fish in a while here.
It slowed down because those fish moved.
Double-edged sword. On the one hand, $1,500.
Dude, it got really slow.
Good chunk of change.
I mean, that's why he's doing his the charter here. And we've been sitting out there for, it's hard to tell from here, but multiple days.
I don't think he had a fish yet. Still very soon in the season for us to be filming.
I'm going to throw the tuna rod over just for a little while, just to see what happens. That movie, The Perfect Storm, I knew a few of those guys on that boat. In particular, that guy Sully. Now, the interesting thing about that is I was just about to go on that trip, that very trip.
He does have phenomenal stories, right?
He does.
I got the opportunity for a full-time job on a day boat, so I went with the full-time.
And he does know those guys.
We were down the crow's nest having a few beers, and he loaned me some money that night.
This is a good story here. I remember.
To this day, I still owe him that money. If it wasn't for me getting that full-time day job, you know, I'd be with the rest of those guys on the Andrea Gale.
Think about that, huh?
Yeah.
Not to mention, you wouldn't be cutting out flounder right now.
Yeah.
Hey, Dave.
Yeah.
That boat's on a fish over there. That guy.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah.
How much the show has evolved from then into the next few years, right?
Yeah.
We never had a fish tally. We never had a scoreboard, leaderboard.
Yeah. We all
Nobody
learned
knew.
as we went. Yeah.
Including the producers.
Right now.
How can that be?
But what a great season. Season 1, what they did, how they put this together, I think it was pretty cool. And it got better.
It was
as the
exciting
years went
to
by.
us because at the end of the day, we're just fishermen.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing more than that. We all learned and adapted.
Did you ever think, after we filmed season 1, before we even watched it, that we would be going 13 years later?
I didn't even think we'd get another year.
Correct.
Thought it was pretty cool, though. Obviously, so did a lot of other people.
Mm-hmm. Would you do it all over again?
Oh, yeah.
So would I. Still people coming down on the dock, saying hello. A lot of fans out there.
Let's go, guys.
Now that I have a boat that I won't die on, it would be kind of comfortable.
That boat's beautiful, huh? Did you ever think you'd have a boat like that?
No.
That might be a grand.
That might be
No, he's got another big one.
108.
Look at all these big fish. Not on our deck.
Can we get 2 one day?
Think so. I don't remember though.
Holy.
Sandro's always bait
Take
fishing.
a poop.
Yeah, bitch. Go! The one. This is the one that's gonna beat Kevin. Might be a grander. This is it, guys. This is the one that's gonna beat Kevin. Come on! This is it, guys.
I remember this when Ralph was near us.
Was he?
Uh-huh.
Angry Ralph.
Yeah, for
Right?
some reason, like you guys used to be friends, too.
We were, and to this day, we are not.
That's so
none of
weird.
None of us talk to him.
And it's because of being on the show.
It is.
Yeah.
But you know what? He got himself thrown off the show. Nobody else.
He didn't.
Ralph did not play along with the cameramen and producers.
He didn't
And
play
give Ralph
well with
credit.
others.
No, but he was good on the show.
Yeah, he
was
was.
animated. You know, he was fun to watch. You know, and pirate. It was a good mix for the show. Everybody brings something special to the
Yeah.
show, whatever it may be. But I thought he was a great character, a lot better than myself, and I will say that. But he did come back. They did give him another chance, and then that went away. Remember that?
He was trying to be his own producer.
Correct. This isn't the 1,000-pounder though. No, I don't.
No.
Come on, Sandra, come on! This is the one.
Is it another short?
This is it, guys.
It's another short. Yep.
Another baby.
Kevin's catching all these big
This
fish.
line.
Man, I don't have time for this today.
Look at that little baby.
Another baby.
Let it go. Let it go for another day.
That's a buzzkill right there. Look how small that thing is.
Ready? Back totally up.
That's our future right there.
Mm-hmm.
That fish right now is 600 pounds.
Probably. Not if Kevin can catch it.
We know that Kevin didn't catch it yet because he hasn't fished in a long time.
No. He's harpooning.
Kevin, he was being cocky. He's like, look at that.
Yeah.
Look how little it is.
144 inches, Dave.
He came over to rub it in.
Oh, yeah. He's loving it. Look at him.
Like going over there and cutting his off.
I know I'm never going to hear the end of Kevin's fish. He'll find some way to stick it to me.
I've said it to Dave, and I said it to him earlier today. I said, size matters, Dave, and you know it. There's only room for number one in this group, and sorry, buddy. Right here.
This is another big one. It's not 1,000 pounds, but it's close.
Couple of reasons. Boat's full. Which is a good thing. We pretty much went through all the tackle that we had, and you know, I'm
another big one, huh?
We couldn't have hit that one better.
We need those dots back.
And we're out of dots. That's another reason we came in. We're out of dots.
It's Kevin's dad.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, there's
Marty.
Dad there.
How big was this one?
107 and change. Big fish.
I don't have my glasses. I can't see anymore.
817.
Thanks.
Good job. Something like that.
Hanging on with the biggest fish out of the group here, so.
He's got the two biggest.
Delicate Dave's gonna beat it. It's been a good week, but Pats are playing tonight. I'd like to see this game.
Give him credit, right? You got to give him credit.
This is how the rig's gotta be. It's gotta be right on the bottom like that. Yeah. Keep it tight.
Yeah. Guys are hooking up. I can see the bent rods from here, but I gotta sit here and tell fishing stories.
He's good at that.
Yes, he is.
We'll give it a few more minutes.
I'm good for 1 minute. That's my wife.
I'm pretty sure he catches a giant with the charter. Yep, there it is. Look at the charter come to life, right? A little bonus for the people, huh?
Yeah.
Show us tail. Right there, right there. My heart's out of my chest right now.
I never understood the welding gloves that they wear.
Well, what are they, leather gloves?
Yeah,
I don't
suede.
know.
Watch what I'm doing, all right, guys? We'll get you a little time on the rod. You saw how we did it, right? You pull with one, reel on the other. You know, for me, now we're hooked up to an $8,000 or $10,000 fish. I did have a little, you know, anxiety of letting these guys get in on the game.
This is long. Look, the sun's going down. These guys are loving it. That guy's doing pretty well.
He sure is.
It's not going to be very exciting for them if Jay and I just bring the fish in. Who's going to pay you to do that? Or if they get a taste of this, they're going to want to come back and do more. Watch the tip. When you guys are fighting this fish, watch the tip. That's your key. The part that bothers me a little.
Look how much Dave talks with his hands, huh?
I lose one so easily. And now I got to have 6 cherries on the rod so they can all get a little turn. You know, that's the potential for making...
His hands are, look, they're always moving, always.
If you tied his hands,
he wouldn't talk.
Wouldn't be able to talk.
He said that the other day.
Right.
We got to land that fish, all 800 pounds of them.
He said he would be stuttering. Long day for these guys.
Yeah, they caught it though. That's awesome.
That's another nice fish right there.
Yeah.
It was a thrill for them to
beautiful.
see such a big, beautiful fish.
God, I don't remember any of this.
So long ago, Paul.
Jesus, feel that there.
And again, it's 16 years ago.
Yeah.
That's when we filmed it.
Look at that friggin' football.
And we were talking, just think we did, up here, we did 207 episodes. 207.
That's a lot, yeah.
And this is episode,
What we
first
would
one
do
we're
for
watching
one
again.
of those tuna right now.
I got a big 1,000-pounder now. We were to catch a big fish and didn't happen.
Dave's been beside himself that Kevin got that big fish.
I want to beat his ass. That's what's important here.
0, nothing.
It's about the biggest fish.
I said, don't worry, we'll get one bigger than Kevin's. You just wait.
We deserve to be on top. I mean, we're working hardest at it. I'm not going to sleep until I get a bigger fish than Kevin.
You know what, Kevin? We're coming for you, dude. See, there's no growth up on the roof?
No, there is now.
Yeah.
This trip. But I gotta admit, it was fun to have an audience cheering me on. Tails up,
It's another nice fish right there.
Sure
That's
is.
big.
A couple of you kneel down in front of him so we can get everybody in the whole fish.
He gave everyone shirts. Look, so awesome.
As a rule of thumb, I don't like people on my boats, but this is a great bunch of guys.
That is a great memory right there.
They'll never forget that.
No.
We don't get paid for the head, we don't get paid for the tail, we get paid for the meat.
That's Patsy, remember that? FWF, Mark Gottfried.
A little time, real net fishing. I know it was a lot of money for you, and we're all rookies and everything, but the fact that you thought enough to make sure we all, it meant a lot to us.
Good, good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. That's what it's all about.
The best captain on the planet right there.
That's really nice.
Dave Marciano, the best.
What about the best crew? Nothing about the crew?
Who's that?
Nothing about the crew?
Who's he?
Who's this guy?
Pretty cool, huh?
That was pretty amazing. I didn't remember a lot of it.
All right, until the next episode.
I'm ready for another one. Let's do it.
Until the next one.
Yeah.